Have you seen a phone book lately?
Got one in the mail the other day.
They're pretty tiny.
I can even jump over it.
Is it on yet?
Yep.
Ready?
Oh, cause I was gonna say something, but I better not now.
All right, we'll call the meeting to order. First item to approve the agenda.
Make the motion to approve the agenda?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes November 14th, 2023 board meeting.
Make a motion to approve
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Canvass in November 7th, 2023 city school election second tier. Danielle, take it away.
The following is a true and correct abstract of the votes cast at the city school election held on the 7th day of November, 2023. The mayor of Eddyville, Phyllis Sutton, received 45 votes. Doug Greenlee received 155 votes. Candidate total is 200 votes. Scattering received 5 votes for a total of 205 votes. We therefore declare Doug Greenlee duly elected to the office of mayor for 2 years. For council member in Eddyville, James Sutton received 110 votes. Anthony Leddington, write-in candidate, received 67 votes. Kelly Brogue, write-in candidate, received 39 votes for a candidate total of 216 votes. Scattering received 49 votes for a total of 265 votes. We therefore declare James Sutton and Anthony Leddington duly elected to the office of council member for the term of 4 years. For the Cardinal School District, school board member Deb Kent received 336 votes. Devlin Roop received 257 votes. Trevor Brown received 273 votes. Andy Brainerd received 194 votes. Ryan Johnson received 283 votes for a candidate total of 1,343 votes. Scattering received 13 votes for a total of 1,356 votes. We therefore declare Deb Kent, Ryan Johnson, and Trevor Brown duly elected to the office of school board member for the term of 4 years. For the Eddyville-Blakesburg Fremont School District, Director District 4, school board member Bruce Brogue received 27 votes. Tyrone Lawbrick received 36 votes for a candidate total of 63 votes. Scattering received 0 votes for a total of 63 votes. We therefore declare Tyrone Lawbrick duly elected to the office of school board director for the term of 4 years. For the public measure UV for the Eddyville-Blakesburg Fremont School District, for the question there were 398 votes. Against the question there were 90 votes for a total of 488 votes. We therefore declare public measure UV to be adopted. For Indian Hills Community College board member director district number 2, Riley Sheets received 1,034 votes. Candidate total was 1,034 votes. Scattering received 7 votes for a total of 1,041 votes. We therefore declare Riley Sheets duly elected to the office of school board member for Indian Hills for the term of 4 years. For director district 3, Christine S. Eisel received 2,183 votes. Candidate totals 2,183 votes. Scattering received 28 votes for a total of 2,211 votes. We therefore declare Christine Eisel duly elected to the office of board member for the term of 4 years. For director district number 6, Kevin Crawl received 1,568 votes. Candidate totals 1,568 votes. Scattering received 23 votes for a total of 1,591 votes. We therefore declare Kevin Crawl duly elected to the office of board member for the term of 4 years. For director district number 7, Alan Wilson received 1,297 votes. Candidate total is 1,297 votes. Scattering received 41 votes for a total of 1,338 votes. We therefore declare Alan Wilson duly elected to the office of board member for the term of 4 years. Director district number 9, Katie Nichols received 1,008 votes for a candidate total of 1,008. Scattering received 6 votes for a total of 1,014 votes. We therefore declare Katie Nichols duly elected to the office of board member for the term of 4 years. Yeah.
Need a motion to accept and file.
Motion to accept.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Alright. Other business coming before the board. Pauline, you got anything? I did meet last Tuesday with Superintendent from Tumble Schools, Mike McGrory, in regards to childcare. If you remember, CETA came in and talked to us about about a possible option on the hospital campus. CETA since that time partnered with Indian Hills. So they don't really, say don't need us at the moment with things like that, but the school sees the need, of course, not only for economic development in Ottumwa and getting childcare for people moving in and job creation, but also for them for attracting teachers, staffing, things of that nature. So they started conversations with the hospital on the same spot and want to know if there's a possibility of us partnering with them the same way we talked about partnering with CETA. I like this option a lot more, nothing against CETA, but it would more than double the open spots for childcare of what CETA was proposing after they moved in their Head Start program and other things that they were planning on doing. I think we were really looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 or 25 spots, I think is what CETA was kind of talking about as far as new stuff with the school. The very, very low side would be around 50 new openings. They would partner along like they do now with American Home Finding, as well as far as staffing goes. I think as far as bang for our buck and us in a sense kind of putting our money where our mouth is in the community, where we know childcare is a huge obstacle and a hurdle when it comes to everything from job retention to attracting new businesses. I would be in favor of partnering with the high school on a multi-year package for that 35,000 a year. I think we could do it for a year, but I don't think that really gives a lot of stability necessarily to the program. With the school, this can't be a necessarily taxpayer funded program. This has to be a business, the same as they do like with their lunches and things like that. It's by state code, it has to break even. They can't use other funds to do this. So this would help them with that. I think give a good stable partner in the Ottumwa School District, American Home Finding. So if you guys want to think a little bit on that, my proposal would be a 5-year. We pay for it out of local option tax, and I explained to him also that would be contingent on the local option vote being approved again next year, and possibilities of anything changing with the state as far as them taking our local option money, reimbursing us if we got to a point to where we couldn't do it. We want to make sure there's an opt-out with that, but you guys consider that, think about it. If it's something you want to do, I'd be happy to draw up some type of a short contract, given our commitment to them on that. And this would open up the beginning of next school year, so they'd be shooting for next September opening. So it is 10 months out, but yet there'd at least be a spot for what I believe to be about 70 new childcare openings. So puts a little bit of a dent in a vast area of need for the community.
I would recommend we draw it up so we can just look
Yep.
at it.
Good, Brian, thanks for that research and update. That's excellent. I'm interested. Do you know if the city is contributing or any other partners that they're pulling in?
I don't know. He didn't say that. And I think their biggest obstacle really is it comes down to, I guess, is there anyone else involved? The hospital would be
Sure.
giving them
Right.
not giving them the building, but yet what we would be in essence doing is paying the property taxes in a sense on the building.
Right.
So,
Sure.
so that helps the school then
Mhm.
help
Yeah.
them break even a little bit more. So,
Yes.
and there's talk with GoPip. Actually, I met at the same time with Mark Rowe and Shay Griner. And they're working on some things right now, some programs that will help certified daycare providers possibly get the pay up a little more to help attract
Mhm.
people in that line of work. I think American Home Finding, I believe they said American Home Finding pays their childcare workers $15 an hour, or maybe that was CETA that paid them that, but so, but I think
They
both
were
of
up there
them,
too.
yeah, I think both of them's up there. So I mean, you know, they're doing what they can and what they need to do to try to fill those spots, to help fill that void. So
So what age group would this be for?
this would be newborn to 3,
Zero to
because
3.
your 3-year-olds, you have 3-year-old preschool now with Pickwick and 4-year-old preschool. So this really covers that. Yeah, I mean, to me, probably the most important need of people going back to work after having a kid, or, you know, a 2-year-old kid, where do you take it? And so this, to me, covers the main area where we definitely need it. You know, the school does great with PTYC. It costs, but yet for the kid to be able to be bused, you know, to Liberty School or wherever else the high school, wherever they're at, is pretty nice deal.
So essentially the county's contribution to this would be over 5 years at about $30,000 to $35,000 a year, correct?
Yep.
So about $150,000.
Yep.
In sum.
Yep, and I think we could put that in there, that, you know, it could be reviewed after 5 years. If this is something we see as being, or, you know, future board sees as being a positive, or, you know, maybe things change with the school, whatever. But I think that's a good start to it.
And most of that contribution then would go to the property tax.
Yeah.
Portion of that building out there.
Right.
Okay.
In essence.
So then is American Home Finding then, because I talked to her, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago for something. And she said that something was coming down the pike with them on the school district, but she didn't really want to give out a lot of details about that. So would American Home Finding then be solely providing the staffing for this?
Correct.
Nobody from the school district or anywhere else?
Yeah, that's my understanding with it.
Okay.
Yep. And like I said, this is a huge, if you've seen some of the school districts advertising as far as job fairs and different things to try to get, you know, young teachers and people right out of school and people not out of school, and get them in the pipeline. I think the school is doing everything they can to fill that need.
So maybe from your research, is there a real sweet spot to what a child care provider needs to be paid to be able to retain them?
Well, I think,
Is 15?
no, I think probably your 15 is kind of going to be your average. I mean, it's another one of those things that is so important. And we could say it with teaching, we could say it with a lot of different areas, how important it is that we trust people with our kids, and we pay them $8 an hour. And not to make the comparison, you know, and a lot of it, there's not the benefit package that other areas have. I think American Home Finding does have that, has the option for insurance and things. I don't know what that entails, but when you start looking at someone going to work at, not to diminish these jobs, but to go to work at McDonald's or Taco John's and make $13 an hour, $14 an hour, and then you have someone, you know, taking care of your kids. I think you need that professionalism, and you need to attract quality people, and I think that's what it'd take.
Right. So how did this all come together? I mean, who started the conversations about this?
Mike McGrory actually reached out to me about sitting down and talking about it. He started talking, of course, with American Home Finding with it. They'd watched the conversations with CETA. I think Mark Rowe with GoPip was a good bridge in all this, and kind of bringing it all together as well.
Yeah.
that's one of their main focuses is childcare. So,
It's very interesting to me that, you know, for so long, and we're still kind of a childcare desert here. But in the last couple of months, just the speed at which things have kind of come together, you know, with CETA and Indian Hills, you know, they're continuing, you know, a new partnership out of the college and now this, you know, providing what, about 100 at
Right.
least.
yeah,
I mean,
between the two. Yeah.
yes, and I mean, it's like, it's amazing how quickly all this has come together and how important a lot of different entities feel.
Yeah.
That this is.
And I think you get so lax in things, right? And when you have someone like Indian Hills that's a leader in that, you know, the number of people, did Dawson go to Indian Hills? You know, the number of people that's kids went out there, and then you're losing that. It really spurs it, and then people really understand real quick that you can hear words like desert all the time. And we're a lot of deserts. We're a food desert. We're a childcare desert. We're a money desert. I'll guarantee you that. But until something like that really goes, you know, comes to the forefront and it's front page news and gets people fired up, and then people realize, hey, we got to do something here. And that's what it comes down to. And there's not a lot of other options, you know, there's not, you know, as we talk about thinking outside the box with different things here in the county, with childcare, that box is a pretty standard box, and you can't fly too far out of it. I mean, they frown on putting them in cages. Can't do that. Can't tether them in the yard. So, yeah.
I was gonna say some upgrades.
Yeah. Well, thanks to you, Jess.
But yeah, you're right, Chad. It's amazing how some things have happened in a good way. It just supports the idea that we can do this together.
Well, and it just seemed like before there was, I mean, the people knew it, but there was just kind of a general malaise about, well, we don't know how to go about this, or we don't know what to do. You know, we don't know how to even start these conversations, but it's like, you know, when you get the school district, the college, CETA, the county, all American Home Finding, all on board and pulling in the same direction, go Pip, you know, and you're all pulling in the same direction. You know, it's really kind of amazing what you can get accomplished in a short time.
And there's a lot of people out there behind the scenes, like Pat McReynolds, that's worked on this stuff for so long, and you know, even Kara Galloway with CASA and her passion for the things like that. I mean, it's a good thing. Like Brian said, you know, it's something good, I think, that we can see and help with, and you don't only get a few of those a year, it seems like, anymore. So,
Do you know when you'll have something formal to approve?
I would like to try to do something here in the next week or two. I know Mike would like to bring something to his board in December, so
Okay.
I'll try to get that worked through football and food and stuff on Thursday. And
Will there be a contract between American Home Finding and the school district?
yeah, which they have one already, because American Home Finding works at the high school
Okay.
now.
I wouldn't mind seeing that at some point, or seeing a draft of what's gonna be their relationship.
Anything else? It's been a very prosperous morning. I thank everyone for your attendance today. Go out and be great. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
This is the smallest meeting we've had.
Uh-huh.
Just noticed on the screen, it looks like I have no hair.
I was gonna bring that up to you.
It just blends into the wall.
It's like green screen almost, you know?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Opposed? We're adjourned.